Good evening, everyone. I'm Lindsay Davis. We begin this hour with breaking news. A shooting a short time ago in the middle of Midtown Manhattan. It happened outside 345 Park Avenue between 51st and 52nd Streets. Take a look here. You can see someone with a rifle walking outside the building on Park Avenue that contains the NFL headquarters and the consulting company Blackstone. A short time later, we could see people walking outside with their hands up. Let's get right to our Aaron Katersky, who's on the phone with the latest reporting. Aaron, just give us a tick-tock of what you know happened so far.
We believe that this man who's armed with a long gun, Lindsay, shot an off-duty NYPD officer who was working a security detail at 345 Park Avenue. We believe for the Blackstone Group. The building also, as you say, contains the headquarters of the NFL. It's not clear that either of those companies or any company happened to be involved in this, but the man is believed to have shot the off-duty officer, at least one civilian as well, their conditions unknown, and then fled inside the building. There was a floor-by-floor search as police pursued the suspect. People who worked for various companies in the building were told to shelter in place, and the upper floors remain locked down tonight, Lindsay. Finally, the shooting suspect, according to police sources, was found dead of what's believed to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound on the 33rd floor of the building.
And so the lockdown is now over, Aaron, is that right?
The lockdown is not over as far as the police are concerned. They are still keeping some of the upper floors of the building locked down, perhaps as they conclude their investigation, but other people have been cleared to leave. So it's just been a terrifying day and into the evening for people who work at 345 Park Avenue and the surrounding buildings in Midtown Manhattan, concentrated with any number of office buildings. There's some residential in the area, too. But this shooting happened in daylight on a very hot day. It sent people scattering. It sent other people who were inside the building seeking cover where they were before police gave the all clear, saying the suspect was found dead on the 33rd floor.
We understand that the deputy director of the FBI says that the Bureau is now providing assistance to the NYPD. I know it's still early on in the investigation. I'm imagining the shooter's name hasn't been released, or if he had any relationship with any of the offices inside the building.
By now, you can bet that the authorities are working on those very questions, Lindsay, because they're going to want to know who this person was, where the long gun came from. It is there are very strict rules about guns in New York City, and so how that weapon was obtained is going to be a question, and then whether there's any connection to an individual or to a business that's located inside 345 Park Avenue. It does contain, as we've said, some high-profile companies, but whether that was a connection has still not been determined at this early stage, Lindsay.
And I understand that there was a security guard who was involved in some way. Do we have a sense of the number of victims?
Not. I believe it was an off-duty NYPD officer who was working a security detail for a client inside that building that was shot, condition unknown, taken to the hospital in an unknown condition. We believe at least one civilian, if not more, were also shot before this suspect was found dead, on one of the upper floors, the 33rd floor of the building.
Why has the building not been cleared yet, given that they believe that the suspect is now deceased?
I think it probably is clear. The NYPD believes this is now over and contained. They may have some investigative steps to do as they finish. And always, Lindsay, out of an abundance of caution, there's always an assumption that there may be, an additional threat, even if there's no evidence of that. So the police want to make sure. But we believe a couple of the upper floors may still be locked down, even as some of the other floors on the building are now released.
And again, I understand that this is so preliminary and early on in the investigation, so sorry to kind of put you on the spot with some of these questions, but at this point, do we believe that the only death is the suspect?
We're not sure of that, Lindsay. We do know that the suspect is believed to have died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound up on the 33rd floor, but we do not know the conditions of other people who were shot. And frankly, Lindsay, we're still hearing conflicting reports about the numbers of people who were shot. We know that there was the off-duty NYPD officer, and we believe at least one civilian. it's possible those numbers change as the investigation deepens.
A few of us have been inside that building before. Obviously, there's heavy security, and so a number of people are going to want to know, how did he make it up to the 33rd floor? And again, I'm presuming it's too early to know.
Yeah, I think it is, Lindsay, and if he was carrying what looks to be a long gun in the image that we obtained, did he shoot his way inside? Did he merely threaten? Were there people cowering? All of those things, I think, were going to be, answered in the coming hours.
Okay, Aaron Katersky, thank you so much, as always, for your time and insight. Really appreciate it.